Hi everybody, this is Osprey from MyChartCoach.com, and in this video we're going to take a look at some of the stocks that were in play today. Okay, so first up, let's take a look at MNKD. It closed up 41% today. Congrats everybody. I know that there were quite a few people in the chat that were trading this, so that was a very nice move. Remember, they do trade options. It always pays to check to see if a stock trades options, because options many times can give you more bang for your buck, but do keep in mind they can be very risky to trade as well. If you look here, there was a bullish move today above the 50 and 100-day simple moving averages. So that close above that gold line, the 100-day simple moving average at $3, signals more upside potential. If it can turn into support, you want to see that level hold. It did bust through that upper Bollinger Band there at 316, and so if the candles work back into the band, you want to see that $3 level hold. The key level to break is going to be this closing price from back here in October. If it can get above this level here at about 410, 415, the ultimate top up here is the high close from back on October the 10th. And so, yeah, this was a very strong move today on a big volume spike. We'll see if it can get a parabolic run going like this October move. They are presenting at a conference on Monday, and that news will be, or the conference will be released on Tuesday. So, yeah, so we'll see it has some, if we can keep the momentum going into the news. If the candles do pull back, like I said, look for support to hold. If you look at the 15-minute chart, you can see the big breakout today. There were really tight Bollinger Bands here on the 15-minute chart, and then you had the breakout above. The candles are riding EMAs for support higher the entire morning, so super strong all the way up till 2 o'clock here when there was a close below, and then there was a nice bounce off of EMA 13. The chart stayed strong throughout the day. We were looking for a potential climax spike back here early in the day when this candle formed with the big volume bar, but the share price held up and it kept pushing higher, and then this right here looked like a possible another climax spike with the big volume bar, but the share price held up. So going forward, it needs to break above that 390 high close here at 130, and that'll signal more upside. If it drops below this 365 support zone and drops below the middle Bollinger Band, that'll signal possible consolidation in the candles working into the Bollinger Bands. Okay, take a look at FTFT. Okay, so it made a nice end of day move. It did close above EMA's 4, 8, and 13. That's the pink line and orange lines, and also above the 300-day simple moving average at 375. That's the key level to stay above. If it can stay above 375, then we're looking for a move above the middle Bollinger Band here at 417. That is the next key level to break. As you can see, it closed at 15% today with RSI at 52. So RSI is back in the bull zone, and Fasto's above 20. So the chart's heating up. It just has to stay above these 4 key levels and then break above resistance. If it can turn that middle Bollinger Band into support, it could get a new uptrend going. Notice there was a volume spike today. If you look at the 15-minute chart, you can see that there was a halt and a gap up open, and so there was a space on the chart, and you can see the open was way up here above 435. It ran up to $5. It pulled back and filled the gap, and you can see down here this 367, the close here at 2 o'clock. That became the reload level, and now in order to head higher, it has to break above that 300 simple moving average at 384. So if you see it traded above 384, that's going to signal it's in play and wants to keep pushing higher. And then the upper Bollinger Band here at 413 will be the next target, and then this 435 level. If it fails to get above that 300 simple moving average, you could see that middle Bollinger Band and 200 simple moving average tested. If those levels fail to hold, you could see the share price pull back. Okay, so it needs to stay above that middle Bollinger Band and break the 300 simple moving average. Okay, let's look at Intel. Okay, so this closed up, it was down on the day, but it had earnings, and there was a nice bullish move in after hours trading. It was up to 47 in after hours. As you can see here, 47.50 is the big level to break. Just above 47.50, this is the closing price on the 20th. It's turning the middle Bollinger Band and the 50-day simple moving average into support down here. It needs to hold 45. So if you see it break above 47.50, that's going to signal it wants to head higher. There's going to be a gap up open tomorrow around 47. that's where it was trading in after hours. That's this closing price here on the first trading day in January. You want to see it stay above that level. If you look here at the Intel 15-minute chart, you can see end of day there was a big volume spike. So it looks like people loaded before earnings, and they were paid, rewarded nicely with the big move up to 47. You can see the high close here on the first candle of the day. That's the key level to stay above. You want to see it stay above the 627 level. It just signaled that it wants to keep heading higher. Okay, let's look at LTBR. Okay, yeah, it closed up 58% today, but it formed the black candle. When the black candle forms, many times it's best just to head to the sidelines. It signaled, the open was way up here at 460, but it closed down here. It signals this was a bull trap. The bears were able to drive the price down. When the same pattern formed on the 22nd, the candles did work back into the bands. They hit EMA4 where they bounced. So it's a similar setup here. So if the candles do keep working back into the bands, look for a bounce currently off EMA4, currently at 261, that pink line. It held last time. We'll see if it can hold again on a pullback. If you look here on the 15-minute chart for LTBR, you can see it came down and hit EMA13 and held, bounced it at 11:15, and then it formed this really tight channel into the close. So if it can break above the top of the channel, the closing price at 12:15, that's going to signal it wants to head higher. You want to see it bust through that upper Bollinger Band at 352. If it breaks below that middle Bollinger Band at 331, it's going to signal consolidation. Okay, and it could drop down to a 3 and possibly down to that 50 simple moving average at 281. And then finally, take a look at PULM. You can see the charts heating up today. RSI and FASTO are both in the bull zone. They're both in the 60s. There was a close today above the 50-day simple moving average. That's the green line at 154. It hit the 100-day simple moving average at 174. That's the gold line. It needs to close above that level to head higher. Last time it hit that level the first week of January, it failed to close above and pulled back. So this could be a bullish change in trend. If it breaks above that level, it could run up to that 200 and 300-day simple moving averages. Okay, if you'd like to learn more about charts and technical analysis, come check us out at our chat, and I'll post the link below the YouTube video. Thank you.